जंगी जुनून में मुब्तला भारत का यौम जमहूरिया पर ताकत का मुजाहरा। नई दिल्ली में यौम जमहूरिया की मरकजी तकरीब में वजीर आजम मोदी, सदर रामनाथ की शिरकत। मिसाइलों, त्यारों और जंगी हेलीकॉप्टर्स के मॉडल्स की नुमाइश। हजारों फौजियों की परेड। रोहिंग्या मुसलमानों पर मुजालिम पर खामोश रहने वाली आंग सान सूची की भी शिरकत।
भारतीय यौम जमहूरिया पर दुनिया भर के कश्मीरी आज यौम सयाह मना रहे हैं। भारतीय तसल्लुत के खिलाफ कंट्रोल लाइन के दोनों इतराफ कश्मीरियों की एहतजाजी रैलियां। मकबूजाबादी में मुकम्मल हड़ताल, बाजार बंद, इंटरनेट और मोबाइल सर्विस भी मुअत्तल। बेल्जियम के दारुल हुकूमत ब्रसल्स में भारतीय मजालिम के खिलाफ एहतजाजी कार रैली।
पाकिस्तान के साथ क्रिकेट खेलने से भागने वाला भारत एक बार फिर काबू में आ गया। अंडर 19 वर्ल्ड कप के सेमीफाइनल में पाकिस्तान और भारत की टीमें खेलेंगी। मेगा इवेंट के फाइनल से पहले सेमीफाइनल में शाहीन भारतीय सूरमाओं से टकराएंगे।
Every day before sunset, a crowd of thousands of spectators shouting slogans like Vande Mataram and Bharat Mata Ki Jai are seen eagerly waiting to grab a seat at the visitors' gallery built at Atahari Wagah border in Amritsar to watch the electrifying beating retreat ceremony. People have to go through a proper checking process for being a part of the event, which is a daily military practice and is being conducted by Pakistan Rangers and Indian Border Security Force since 1959. Before the ceremony begins, women and children can be seen dancing their hearts out to some foot-tapping Bollywood songs of the patriotic genre.
I think it's a wonderful experience, and living in the city, I don't think I would have ever had the chance to see something like this. So a very big thank you to the Border Security Force. It really made our day today. Definitely, and especially the part when the Indian soldiers shook hands with the Pakistani ones, that was a great experience. I can't tell you what I felt at that.
A complete patriotic environment is created at dusk at the Wagah border, which as a part of the Grand Trunk Road was the only road link between these two countries, that is India and Pakistan, before the opening of the Aman Setu in Kashmir in 1999. Called as Beating Retreat Border Ceremony at international level, the event starts with a blustering parade by the soldiers from both sides. One infantryman stands at attention on each side of the gate. Patriotism runs high as border guards of the neighbouring countries take goose steps and tries to outdo the other side by marching and performing drill in an exaggerated fashion with impressively high leg kicks.
It was truly a wonderful experience, once in a lifetime experience. मुझे नहीं लगता ऐसा कुछ वापस मुझे कभी देखने को मिलेगा, ऐसा मैंने पहले कभी देखा है. I've been all over the world, but this was something very different.
As the sun sets, the iron gates at the border are opened. It is when the Indian and Pakistani border guards put on a show of one-upmanship crossing the road between Amritsar in India and Lahore in Pakistan. Thousands show up to watch from the stands, and some are even seen capturing this memorable moment in their phones. This is followed by a flag lowering ceremony which is extremely popular on both sides. After this, the flags are folded and the ceremony ends with a retreat that involves a brusque handshake between soldiers from either side, followed by the closing of the gates. The whole event is completely electrifying, with thousands of people waving the tricolour and cheering the BSF guards at the top of their voice. In today's time, the retreat ceremony at the Atari-Wagah border, Hussainiwala on the Indian-Pakistan border, has become a unique pledge being taken by thousands of visitors who flock to watch the high-voltage event.
The 25th anniversary of ties between India and the 10-nation bloc. Myanmar's Aung San Suu Kyi, Indonesian President Joko Widodo, and Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte are among those who will discuss maritime cooperation and security. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has invited all of the ASEAN leaders to join him for Republic Day celebrations on Friday. It will be the biggest gathering ever of foreign leaders at the parade, which celebrates the day when India's constitution went into effect.
The rising economies of Asia, new leadership in Africa, nationalism versus internationalist values, Donald J. Trump versus much of the world. This year's World Economic Forum annual meeting in the Swiss ski resort of Davos offers as wide a perspective on the global economy as any in recent years.
Instead of globalization, the power of protectionism is putting its head up. Their wish is not to save themselves from globalization, but to change the natural flow of globalization.
Special attention this year is reserved for Donald Trump, whose closing address on Friday is the meeting's most anticipated moment. Protests have already taken place nearby. Trump is the first US president to visit Davos in 18 years, and one who stands apparently opposed to the Davos ethos of globalism with his America First policy of economic nationalism.
I think we should be surprised, and Davos is always a place where we look for surprises, and I hope it will be a positive surprise.
So you're expecting him to be rather more conciliatory rather than his feisty self?
I think the fact that he is coming to Davos is already a message in itself.
Trump's inauguration that took place amid such global uncertainty at the same time as the Davos meeting last year feels like a long time ago. Now, a general upswing in world economies has lifted the mood of many, but they'll be asking themselves here, is it sustainable? NGOs will again warn that global growth can only go up if inequality comes down. The world's 8 richest people, they say, hold the same amount of wealth as the poorest 4 billion. This year's meeting will urge CEOs to improve their company's contribution to society. That's the sort of focus Davos isn't best known for. Jonah Hull, Al Jazeera, Davos.